and then letting the sun shine on them and then letting them grow. And over time, you're going to have this whole garden that you can go and pick the flowers from. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's a good scenario to make sense, but so we're going to talk a little bit about, oh, you didn't hit record till now. That's okay, because I have just been rambling kind of nonstop. So let's see, what else were we going to talk about? We were going to talk about excuses. That's another thing that can hold you back in your business, making excuses. Well, you know what they say, excuses are like, we all have them. But oh, I'm super ADD today. And it's quiet in here too. I don't hear anybody giggling or talking. So, Julianne. All right. Someone else take over for a minute while I gather my thoughts for a second. What do you other gals?
Okay, I'll take over. Okay, so consistency is very important in your business. You want to be consistent every single day.
Oh, come on. Shit. There you go, shit.
Okay, so consistency. When you start, you just start and you just go. You're not going to know everything. You just do it, and you're going to learn as you go. Always go to your upline. Always go to your enroller, and they can help you. If they don't know the answer, they can ask their upline, and it just continues. There's always going to be someone there to help you. Being consistent is key in this business. And when you first start building, you're not going to see a lot of return. When you first start building, you're going to reach out to your warm market. You're going to make your hundreds list. But just posting, you may not see a lot of return on it, especially if you're using Instagram. You have to build that. But being consistent every single day, and I can promise you this, there's people that have reached out to me that I never reached out to that just watched me. And there's a couple of them on here right now that watched me, and then they joined me. I didn't even know they were watching me. They just did. Being consistent is key because people are watching you whether you think so or not. Just like it took me over a year to join this business. I was watching Amber's posts, but I never engaged with her about them. And then one day I just decided to do it. You never know when someone's going to be ready, but they are watching you. People are reaching out to me a lot more often now because it's been 8 months and I've been consistently posting every single day for 8 months. But they're watching you, so don't quit because you're not getting anything from it. I promise you, someone's out there watching you now, and someone's either waiting for you to quit to see if you're going to stick with it, or they're just watching your journey to see if this is real. And not everyone believes this is real. You have to be consistent. You have to show them what this business is doing for you, what it's going to do for you. Even if it's just filling up your gas tank, then post that. If your plans are to retire your husband, post that. If your plans are to save to go to Disney, post that. If your plans are to build your dream house or pay off your debt, post that. Talk about that. It doesn't matter how crazy it sounds to other people. People are going to laugh at you all the time. When I say that I'm going to retire my husband, people laugh at me. They think that I'm stupid, that I'm going to retire my husband. I'm not kidding. It's going to happen because I'm not quitting this business, and I will be an ambassador. I will be a black diamond. It doesn't matter how long it takes because I'm not quitting. Consistency is what's going to make this business. You can't post for a day and then stop for a week and post for a day because no one's going to join you if you're not serious about your own business. Sorry. I got a little heated.
You're good.
I was also going to say that you got to be consistent when it comes to following up with your leads. Like, you got to be consistently writing them down every day when you get new ones. You got to consistently follow up with somebody. What is it? It's like the 8th to the 15th follow-up is maybe whenever you finally seal the deal or close the sale, I guess you could say. So just imagine, I mean, that could be like, let's say 10 times. That's kind of in the middle of an average. Let's say that's like 10 times, whether you've talked to them, they've seen your Facebook, they've, you've messaged them 5 times and they had no response. Like that happens to me all the time. I've messaged people every month for like 6 or 7 months, and then all of a sudden a BOGO happens, or it's summertime and they're going on a vacation, and I stuck with them, and they're like, all right, I'm ready now. And I mean, I thought they were never gonna order for me, but it's just kind of like you just have to keep going, even if you think like, until they tell you no, leave me alone, I'm not interested in anything you have, at that point, then I would obviously not speak to that person again. But I mean, until that happens or you get blocked or deleted, then keep following up with that person, because I mean, like my new distributor, I don't think she's on here. She said she watched me for 1.5 years, and she just didn't think it was anything she could do, but that she had a couple other people message her about becoming a distributor, but I'm the only one that actually like continued to consistently check in with her, and that's why she joined with me. So that's just a big example. Anybody else? Anybody?
I forgot to unmute. Yeah. All right, so let's kind of start from the top here. So we've talked a little bit about how we need to be consistent every single day. We've talked about your mindset, and I'll just add to that, like, your mindset is everything. I mean, I think they say that this business is 95% mindset and 5% work. I mean, literally, if you guys have not watched The Secret yet, or done any type of personal development, you need to start doing it now. The first book that I ever read when I was introduced to network marketing was Think and Grow Rich. And the audio version of that is actually on YouTube, and there's free downloadables and stuff, but it's a really, really good book. And it just really opens your mind to things. So you need to get yourself in the right mindset. You need to get in the understanding of, I'm in this for the long haul, and I'm not going to be wishy-washy. Because if you're wishy-washy, your business is going to be wishy-washy. So mindset is everything. Get yourself prepared for good and for bad, and to just put the work in. Now, getting started in this business, our first steps to getting started is to get 4 loyal customers. And this is the second step in our system. And it's really not that hard to get 4 loyal customers if you try. I mean, really, it's not. And I think if people are having a hard time getting a loyal customer, there's a couple of reasons. Number one, it's going to be a mental block. And there's some different types of mental blocks you can have. The first mental block is that you're going to think people are going to tell you no, and you're afraid. The second mental block is that you're afraid someone's going to tell you they don't have money. And the third mental block is you think someone's going to hate you or be irritated with you or something like that. So you have to get all those mental blocks out of your mind, and you have to realize that we have a product that works, and it's very inexpensive, and it has a ton of value. And then you need to realize that no won't kill you, and no one really ever says no. If anything, they don't say anything at all, and they start watching you, or they say no thanks, not now. That just means later. That doesn't mean no. And then the other thing that can hold someone back from getting customers and distributors is not talking to enough people. You might think that you're talking to, 20, 30, 40 people a day, but it might not all be business related, and it might not all be you talking about the products to someone. It could be just random talking with friends that got mixed in between stuff, and you go at the end of the day and realize, oh shoot, I only talked to 5 people today. I feel like I've been talking all day long. So that's why you keep track of who you're talking to, and you write it down every single day, whether you need to write it down in a notebook or you need to get a planner. Find what organization for your leads works for you, but every day make a number of how many people you're going to talk to, and you write it down, and you talk to that many people. So if you're not talking to enough people, that's one reason. Maybe you are saying too much and you are word vomiting. That's another thing. And let me give you a prime example of word vomit. Somebody sees a picture of the before and after, and they comment, how much? And you message them and you start saying, hey girl, the wraps are so amazing. I just ordered a wrap the other day and I put it on for 45 minutes and then I knew that I could wrap once every 72 hours. And you know, it's a lotion that absorbs into your skin and it's going to tighten, tone, and firm, and you can wrap once every 72 hours until you get the results that you want. But 4 wraps is a full treatment. But you probably want to sign up as a loyal customer so that you can get 12 wraps. And that's a 90-day challenge, and you just keep going on and on and on. You get my drift? Like, that's word vomit. What you do is you only answer questions that you've been asked. So if someone says how much, you don't comment on the post. You just like it and say, I'll message you, or don't say anything at all. Just message them and you say, hey girl, you know, the wraps normally retail 4 for $99, but you can get 4 for only $59 as a loyal customer. And then typically they'll say, what's a loyal customer? You say, all you need to do is order your wraps today and then just order 1 product in May and June. That's it. That's one way that you can say it. Another way is, hey girl, the wraps normally retail 4 for $99 for a month's supply. However, if you take a 90-day challenge, you get my pricing 4 for only $59. Simple as that. Done. And then they'll say, what's a 90-day challenge? For a 90-day challenge, just take your before and after pictures to track your progress, and you order the wraps once a month for 3 months. That's it. Done. So you guys see there's a difference, and it doesn't matter which product you're talking about. It's all the same thing. If someone asks for a price, you're giving the high and you're giving the low. So you're talking about the hair, skin, nails, and you're like, the hair, skin, nails are amazing. They retail for $55 for a month supply. However, take a 90-day challenge and they're only $33. And you leave it at that. Now, the next step that you need to do, and I will tell you, so many people do not ask for the close. And closing is so huge. And what I mean by that is you get to the end of that conversation and you say, you get the hair, skin, nails for only $33. Then you say, when would you like to get started? You can ask that, or you can say, when's your next paycheck? I'll save you a spot. So those are the 2 things I'll say. I'll say, when's your next paycheck? I'll save you a spot. Or when would you like to get started? Now, if someone says, I want to get started right now, I prefer 100% of the time to get their information myself, because what happens is people, you give them your website, do they go on and order right away? Hardly ever. So I'll say to people, great. So are you ready to order right now? Yes, I am. Awesome. Well, I can either walk you through it online, or if you want, I'll give you a list of the information I need and I can do it for you. And I'll make sure that you get a $10 credit to your account. Which would you prefer? So again, I'm asking a question. Another thing I'll say is, awesome. Is it okay if I help you get your order set up right now? Yeah, that's great. What's your phone number? I'll call you. It'll take me 2 minutes to get your order set up, and I'll make sure to put a $10 credit on your account. So you see how I'm kind of taking control of the conversation. I'm asking for their information. Hardly ever do I get someone that will say, I don't want to give you my credit card. And I'll tell you the reason why is because I'm not afraid that they're going to say that. I'm not already thinking in my mind, who's going to want to give me their credit card because they're going to think I'm a scammer. If you're thinking that, guess what's going to happen? Every single time you're going to attract that response. It's the law of attraction. You will attract that response. Just like if every single time you think someone's going to say, I'm too broke to get started, every time you'll attract that response. I'm very confident. And so I have no problem asking people for their credit card. And if for some reason they don't want to give it to me, then I'll say, no problem. I'll walk you through it online right now. And then I'll give them the steps to do it. And then I'll check back with them in 15 minutes and say, great, did you get that finished up? Did you get your customer ID number? So that's another thing. So if you're not getting customers, you have a mindset block, or you're not talking to enough people, or you're word vomiting, or you're just not asking for the sale and following up. That's pretty much it. Same. Well, yeah. And the same thing I feel goes for the business opportunity. With this business, how you're going to get distributors is, honest to God, people feed off of you, your excitement, your passion. It's not about how much you know. It's not about how much you're making. It's you, your confidence in the business, your confidence that you can help them make money, because it's not about you, it's about them. They want to know that you can help them be successful. So if you're showing them, you know, we've given about 2 or 3 scripts in all of the chats that people can use for simplified information or a longer one, and you can pick and choose what you want to use or put together your own. But we just show people, listen, we have a really amazing support system. We follow a simple 3 steps to success, and we're going to plug you right in and show you exactly how to do it.
That happened to me, Maria.
What?
Exactly what you're saying. I was being consistent. I had already spoken to my newest DT. She had told me, no way, it's not for me. Out of nowhere, yesterday, she contacts me because she has a full-time job. She contacts me and says, hey, let's do lunch. So I met up with her. We went to lunch, and she immediately, right in front of the table, she says, girl, I've been watching you. I am very intrigued by what you're doing. Let's talk business. I took out my tablet, signed her up right then and there. I was super excited. Today, she came to have dinner with us. She just left a few minutes ago. She came to have dinner with us, and she said, girl, this morning I was panicking. I said, what did I get myself into? I can't believe it. I'm going to tell her I can't. Well, she went to a meeting, and at the meeting, she pulls out, I gave her a sample of Greens on the Go. So she pulls out a sample of the Greens on the Go, and she's going to put it in her drink, in her water, and the girls around her who she works with say, hey, what is that? And she starts talking about it immediately. She's working on 2 LCs and 2 DTs. And this is her first day on the job. First day.
That's awesome. That's good. Someone in the chat asked, how do you give the $10 credit? When I take a loyal customer's information, I do not log into my eSuite to enroll them. Instead, I go to my website and I make sure that I am not logged in. I will enter all of their information, sign out as a loyal customer, and then at the very end, there's a green circle with $10 in it. All you have to do is click that button. It's supposed to be to share it to Pinterest or Twitter, but just by clicking it, we'll put a $10 credit on their account. So you guys, it's all about like your verbiage and how you say things. They're talking in the chat here about keep it simple, the word vomiting, about the retail, and then also Priscilla is talking about how you say we have an amazing business opportunity. And that's the thing too, is a lot of times people think that they can just order as a customer and they don't know that they could also stop distracting me, Michael. They also don't know that they can make money with this. So one thing that I've done is when someone asks for information about the wraps, for example, I'll say, hey girl, the wraps are amazing. You can actually get 4 for $99 by joining my team and get a $20 product credit, or you can get 4 for $59 as a loyal customer taking a 90-day challenge. Which would you prefer? One, you can make some money and get a discount. The other one, you can get a discount. You're probably asking about the $20 product credit. That's because lately the defining gels have not been coming in the kit, so they've been getting a $20 product credit from Corp. So just play around with stuff and see what works for you. See what would intrigue you and what would get you if someone was talking to you. What did get you? What was it about this business that attracted you? And use that and go with it. But just don't be afraid to talk to people about this business. And that is one thing that people struggle with, is getting distributors. And I think the honest to God reason why is being afraid to talk about the business, or being afraid that maybe that you can't help someone be successful. But everybody can enroll a distributor and everyone can help someone be successful, but you might have to work on yourself up here first, because that's a huge part of this business, is personal development. Because like Amber was saying, she had to work on herself a lot. I've had to work on myself, and I'm still working on myself constantly. Yes, Michael says, yes, I am. I have so many books, so many audios, so many YouTubes running all the time. It's a work in progress. I'm a mental basket case sometimes. But I'm confident. So when it comes to business, yeah. What else we got here? Doing follow-ups. Keep it simple. Samantha, follow-ups, LC and DT. Let it go. I think I must have missed something here. Okay, there's a lot in there. I'm not going to keep looking. All right, so everyone gets the basic majority of this. If you want to enroll distributors and you want to enroll customers, if you are doing all these things that we're talking about, if you are posting on social media, you are talking to a lot of people a day, you are following up consistently, you are working on your personal development, and you are not enrolling the amount of people that you want to every month, please message me or your diamond upline or someone above you that can help you, and we will go through your messages. We will try and figure out what it is, because I don't think that there's one single person in all of It Works Global that can't be successful at this. Everybody can. We just might have to work on what it is that might be going on with you and what could be blocking you for anyone in particular. I'm not talking about in particular. I'm just saying in general, if there's anyone in here that needs help, reach out. That's my point. If you need help, please just ask. Oh, did we lose little? Oh, there we went. What else here? We're going to talk a little bit about quick ways to get your business going. So a lot of you, we've already talked about, okay, so Danielle, we're going to talk, Danielle's covering the newbie stuff. Yeah, I have that written down. Danielle's going to cover newbie stuff. So give us some quick ideas about how to get going. Well, we've already been going for a while here. So give us some quick ideas about how to get going, what they should be doing, what's essential. And then we're going to go over to Lauren, and Lauren's going to talk to us about blitzing. Lauren is one of these little blitzing queens that can sell wraps on the spot for cash, and I love it.
Okay, so when you join, now what I do is I welcome you to the groups, put you in the chat, and give you the Dropbox information. There's a lot of information in that Dropbox. Go through it as soon as you can. That has pretty much everything in there. Anything else that you're going to need, you're going to slowly learn on your own. You don't need to know everything. You don't need to wait for your kid to get started. You just get started. Your enroller can help you with that as well. And when you start, you want to make your hundreds list. That's the first thing you want to do, is write down everyone that you know, your neighbor, your friends, your kids' teachers. Go through your Facebook, go through your phone book, write down everyone, and then you're going to reach out to everyone and let them know that you joined this business and you're looking for product testers. And we have, over 30 products to choose from, and you can give them your discount, things like that. So that's what you want to do as soon as you join. And then now, one thing that I tell my distributors is Jade Hooper, she has a lot of great videos. There's a lot of leaders that you can watch videos on YouTube, which is something that I did when I joined, and I learned a lot from that. One of the main things that I did, that I can't really recommend it to everyone because everyone's personality is different. Amber posted her daily goals, and I copied it word for word. And I pushed myself to get that done every single day. And that was following this many people on Instagram, adding this many people on Facebook, your 3-3 rule, you're doing this, you're doing that. And write down a daily task sheet of everything that you want to get done. If you want to build quickly, then you need to be putting that work in on your social media. You need to be adding on Facebook. You need to be following on Instagram. Be organized from day one. It's going to save you a lot of time. Write down everyone that you talk to about this business. If they just have a question about a price, write them down because they're interested in something. The Dropbox, the cold messaging, you want to reach out to your hundreds list. You want to reach out to people you know, but you don't want to stop at 100. You're going to continuously add to your hundreds list. That's always going to be a list for you. That's always going to be people to reach out to. Everyone has their chicken list, which is people that you haven't seen in 10 years and you think, I'm not going to message this person. Write a separate list for your chicken list if that's what you have to do. And then, in a couple months or whatever it may be, set yourself a goal to message so many people on that list. Blitzing, there's different ways that you can blitz. You can go out and blitz everyone in the world. Some people are going to run from you. It happens. That's fine. But make it a part of your day. And, I know for a lot of people, like moms that stay at home, which I'm one of them, I go to my child's school Monday through Thursday, and that's it. So when you're out going to the grocery store, when you're out running errands, make sure you have your blitz cards on you. When you're brand new, you're not going to have gear, but when you can get gear, get it, because people see that and they recognize it. More than not, people will comment on my clothes more than anything else. Even before I had gear and I just was wearing my lanyard, For some reason, the gear is what pulls people in. If you don't have gear, get a lanyard. You can just, get your Blitz card and you can laminate it and get a lanyard and wear it when you go out. So the files in the group in the Dropbox are going to have a lot of information. So if you can just go through that as soon as you can, just to get an idea of what's in there. You'll learn as you go. You don't need to know everything to do this business. You don't need to know every price. You don't need to know every product. That is something you're just going to learn as you continue to do it. Now, knowing what to say to people and just what you need to say back to someone if they message you or whatever, that's something you're going to learn as you go too. That's what your enrollers is for, to teach you how to do this. And still 8 months in, I still ask tons of questions on what to do. And if I don't know the answer, I'm going to go find it, or I'm going to ask my enroller. So don't ever be afraid to ask questions, because that is what your enroller is for. They are there to help you. YouTube videos are a great way to start. Watching The Secret, the self-development, reading the books. Those are all good things, because this business is not always going to be easy. And you got to make sure that you're in your right mind, because I promise you, if you're not, it affects your business. I've seen it. I've done it. This business is easy. It's not physical labor. But mentally, as you continue to build, it can get a little tricky. So you have to continue to work on yourself. Your goals, write down your goals. Write down your daily goals, your daily tasks, whatever you want to write. Write down your monthly goals. Write down affirmations. Put them on your mirrors. Put them on your fridge. Put them everywhere. Tell yourself that you can do this. Tell yourself that you're Ruby or whatever rank you're going for. Believe in yourself. When you have bad days, reach out to your upline. Everyone has bad days. Don't think that, because Maria's presidential, because Amber's triple, because Lauren's double, because I'm diamond, whatever. We all have bad days. We all have bad times. We're all human. Reach out to your upline. Do what you need to do and keep going with this business, because it's all going to be worth it.
That's good. That's good stuff. Lauren, do you have any tips to add in there about blitzing?
Yeah, I was also going to say, when she was talking about us all having bad days, and we've all had times throughout our business where we have not had the best mindset either. So, we've all been through all of that. And sometimes it's easy to fall back in that. So whenever we're saying this stuff to y'all, it's not because we haven't been there, because we have been there, and we've all struggled, and we've all, not had what we needed to go forward, I guess, which is what took me so long I feel like, to really promote, is because I didn't believe in myself. And once I really started believing in myself and doing a bunch of personal development and expanding my mind and learning, how you're supposed to think, then my whole business changed. But when it comes to blitzing, this is, Danielle touched on it. This is a lanyard. This is an example of one. We got some little gems and stuck them around to bling bling. I do that to us. I like to stand out in a crowd. You're going to see me from a mile away. But I put my name, and then I put Ask Me How. And this lanyard is one that I got at conference, but you can get these from anywhere, like any drugstore, any Walmart, Kmart. I know y'all, we don't all have the same stores. We all live all over the freaking place. So, your little store where they have everything, go there. But you can also order them. Can you order them on the It Works store now? Are they back there, or no, not no more? Okay. But all you do is you get these little laminating things, and it's like a self laminator. I just literally peeled it open, stuck the card in, shut it, and that was it. It took me 2 seconds. And then I got a hole puncher from Danielle, and I punched a hole in it, and it was done. and I wear this every day. I went and got it from my car just so I could show you guys. But I hang it on my visor, and then like every time I'm about to go in somewhere and I don't already have it on, I'll just put it on. Like I kick myself in the butt whenever I forget, because you know when you're in a hurry, you forget. So I put it on first thing, and then I just try not to take it off. And it gets a lot of attention, especially with like the bling on it. They're like, oh, what is that? And I'm like, and literally when someone asks me because of this, I just say, oh, well, actually I have a coupon. And I'm just like, this is what it is, and this is what it does. And then, or this is what it is, this is what it does. And then I just don't say anything, and I wait for them to respond. And the response is always, does this really work? That's every single time. Does this really work? And I'm like, well, personally, I've lost 45 pounds. And I have my personal results saved in my phone, and I pull it out and I show them. And they're like, dang. And I'm like, I know. And, you know, I go into the spiel sometime, like I gained 60 pounds with my daughter when I was pregnant, you know, like, so I just tried this because I was desperate, and it changed my life. And these are actually guy blitz cards. I know we have some guys on here. I got these on accident, but you guys can get these, and it definitely will help you guys out. But I think you should have both. I think you should have guy and girl, because sometimes you'll give it to a girl and they'll want it for their boyfriend, and sometimes you'll give it to a guy and they'll want it for like their girlfriend or their mom or whatever. So you kind of just always got to put it out there, you know, oh, well, you're not interested, but do you know anybody that may be interested? But really the easiest way is to start out blitzing is if you go to the bank, if you go anywhere throughout your day, you're running errands and you get really good customer service. I always thank them with a blitz card, but I call it a coupon. I never call it a blitz card or like a business card or anything. I always say coupon, because normally anybody would want a coupon. I would want a coupon. I would take a coupon from somebody. So I'm like, thank you so much. Today's Customer Appreciation Day. I've been using this a lot. Every day is Customer Appreciation Day, y'all. Every day. So I'm like, today is Customer Appreciation Day, and you gave me the best customer service. I would love to give you one of my coupons. And like, oh, thank you so much. Like, because I just gave them a compliment. I told them they gave me great customer service, and then I offered them something because of it. So they're going to take it. And if you can't get any follow-up information, or you don't have time to talk to them, I always say all my information is on the card. You can add me on Facebook. You can text me if you have any questions at any time. This is my full-time job. I just let them know, you know, you're not going to bug me. This is my full-time job, or whatever. And then another really easy way, if you're like scared to blitz, you could say that you're in, what do I always say? My mind's going blank. That you're in like a team challenge or you're doing, what is the word I'm trying to think of, y'all?
Contest?
Yeah, you could say contest, or you could say
A scavenger hunt. That's what
the scavenger hunt. That's what I'm saying. I'm on a scavenger hunt with my team, and I have to get rid of 5 coupons while I'm here. So may I please give you one? And then we used to do these things where we actually took pictures with the people. That way we could prove. I think we should start that again, by the way. I think that's a really good idea to give out prizes. And everybody wants to help everybody that is in a contest. Like, I would help somebody by doing that. So it's just like we said, it's like all about the verbiage. It's all about being confident. Don't hesitate, because if you hesitate, then you're gonna, you're not gonna do it. And then you're gonna walk away, and you're gonna get in your car, and you're gonna be pissed at yourself because you should have given that person a blitz card. And the way you need to think of it is, if you don't give it to them, somebody else will. And that's the whole thing, is like, you got to follow up with your leads. You got to stay in contact with them, because if you do not, somebody else will. If they don't order from you, they will order from somebody. Eventually, they will. And you want all your people to order from you. So blitz everywhere you go. and follow up. That's all I got right now.
Well, even Maria had told a story last week about blitzing at a restaurant, and I've done that, where you get great customer service, which that's all I've ever done was wait tables before I had kids. So I appreciate great customer service with great personalities, and I tend to blitz them a lot when I have that great customer service with a great personality, because I'm like, look, like, you have the personality, you have, like, I don't know, it's just like that energy that comes off of them, and you're like, you'd be amazing at this. Like, if have you ever thought about making extra money, things like that. And sometimes you just get that vibe off of someone. I've actually went out to my car to get a Blitz card out of my diaper bag to bring it back in, because I had to give this person a Blitz card. And you're gonna get those feelings where you're like, I have to give this person a Blitz card. This person would be amazing with this. So don't ignore those feelings. One thing at conference that I think Rachel said was that person, you're going to get that feeling, and that person you don't give the Blitz card to is going to be your next ambassador. It's going to be your next presidential. So, and then Pam, what does she say? You don't have the right to keep this opportunity from anyone, because you know what you have your hands on, and you can help so many other people. So don't keep this opportunity away from anybody. You don't have that right to keep this opportunity away from anybody. I'll stop talking now.
Yeah, that's actually what I was trying to say, Danielle, before, is to not keep this opportunity from anybody, because it's not your decision to decide for them whether it's for them or not. So always look at it as, this is amazing, I got to share it with everybody so everybody gets a chance. It's their decision if they don't want to or not.
I don't know if you guys answered the question that was in the chat. I mean, I saw Priscilla did. Chantel asked if you can do the Blitz card if you don't have the product home. One thing that you can do too is, if you do not have Blitz cards, show them a picture of a Blitz card on your phone. Like, you can Google image a Blitz card and save it to your phone, and then, when talking, when in your conversation, however you're blitzing, hey, have you ever heard of that crazy wrap thing? Or, hey, are you familiar with it works? Well, hey, check this out. I got a coupon for you. And then just show them, the picture on your phone. Would it be okay if I text this to you so that you have it? Or you could say, by the way, are you on Facebook? Because I do a giveaway for all of my friends and family once a month. If you want to add me as a friend right now, I can text you this coupon or send you through the messenger so you have it. You know what I mean? So just kind of get creative with it. We're starting to run over on the hour, but let's go real quick with Christina with income producing activities. And then we'll save this other stuff for another time, but we do want to get on another time and talk about different things with building your business and layered leadership and running with your runners. So, but for tonight, we're gonna finish off with talking about what type of things you should be expecting to do on a daily basis to grow your It Works business. And also know that you guys can go to your leader to try and make a game plan to match whatever your goals are with your income producing activities to see if they line up.
Okay, I'll try to be short and sweet to a point, because I'm still having issues with getting my oldest to bed right now. But essentially, some income producing activities are going to be, we do have these charts. On these charts, I know Danielle mentioned it. Essentially, it's following up with your people, with your potentials, making sure that you're writing them down. When you're on Facebook, don't just scroll through. Maria has brought it up a couple times, but it is, go through your Facebook and create friend groups, so that way you have friends that you're talking to, your potentials. You can put them into files, which is like PLC for potential LC, PDT for potential DT. You can also do ones for like interacting with them. Doing this, when you get on your computer at night or even on your phone, you can click on that category, go to that, and then you're comment on some of their stuff, like some of their pictures, making sure that you're interacting with the people. For one, doing this is definitely letting them show that you care and that you're there and you're real. And also doing this is going to help get your posts kind of seen a lot more in the news feed. So they're seeing them, and it's not just kind of going off in La La Land. I just started doing this, and I should have done it a long time ago, like Maria mentioned months ago, to do it. It's seriously helping because it's keeping a lot of these potentials, you know, talking to me and, you know, interacting with me a lot more. You know, when you post, make sure your posts are about like how you're excited, you know, showing your excitement and your motivation and your whys and your reasons is some of the biggest things that are going to be an income producing activity, because doing that is going to have these people be like, I need to talk to her. I have to talk to her. Look at what she's done. You know, things like that, at least to me, seem like they are some of the biggest opportunities without even trying of getting people to come to you and help get that going. Maria, I didn't take my confianza either, so I'm like space case. It's bad. We do have these charts, you know, and if, you know, when you want to, you know, go through, we can share these charts with you. These charts have lists of activities, daily activities, weekly activities, monthly activities. Going through and doing this and starting to get yourself into a routine, you go through and you checklist these, you get yourself into a routine. When you get into a routine, it becomes a habit. When you get into a habit, it becomes productive. It gets you, you know, results. It gets you more happy, more motivated, more going. You know, when I started doing these checklists to a point and doing the things that I started talking about, my business boomed. You know, my opportunity to share this with everybody boomed because I wasn't holding back anymore. I was pushing harder. That seriously, it's amazing having that list right there because, you know, with having kids, with having a full-time job, with having that life, it helps break it down for you. And you know, okay, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this, and I need to do this. I say need because I want more and I want to help more people. So for me, it's a must do, it's a need to do, it's a have to do. For me, I mean, it all depends on what pace you want to go with this business and where you want to take it. I'm trying to even think here. I know they mentioned consistency, but consistency is going to help be a money income producer. Scrolling through your newsfeed on Facebook is not productive. It's really not. If anything, maybe when you're scrolling through and you're clicking on the people and you're moving them into those folders, that can kind of be productive. But scrolling through it just for fun or because you're bored is not going to help produce that income. I would say definitely get organized. Write down all your potentials. Writing down your potentials are going to help. We just got done with a BOGO. If I didn't write down my potentials before this BOGO, there's no way I would have remembered half the people that were interested in a BOGO back in December. So, you know, writing down the person, writing down the product, and writing down the date, following up with them, talking to them, interacting with them, you know, through making, you know, those folders. If you want to know how to make these folders, reach out to, you know, someone above you and we can help you. We're more than happy to be there to help you walk through how to get it done. It's very simple. But it's definitely way easier and way less time consuming to go through and interact with the people that you thought about beforehand. I don't know what else to say, Maria.
That's good. That's good for tonight. Real quick, Priscilla, are you able to talk for a second? I want to ask you a question.
Yes, ma'am. Just finished a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
You were either giving a kid a bath, making supper, cooking supper, doing teacher plans. I don't know.
I'm here.
I want you to give everyone a few tips on how to run this business when you are an extremely busy person and work a full-time job. You're muted. You're muted.
Oh, sorry. Okay, hear me now?
Yep.
Well, basically just from the phone, guys. Like, I mean, I have a very busy life. I'm on the go all the time. I'm a teacher. I work full time. I don't get out probably until like close to 5, and I run around and I literally just got home. But it's all a matter of just, like they said, consistency and just running your business the way it fits you. Okay. For example, some people might have a forte, for example, wrap parties, and they might be very good at wrap parties. Some people might not have time for wrap parties. Some people are good with Facebook. Some people are good with Instagram. Some people are good with Pinterest. I mean, whatever you know, like your strong points are, stick with them. Okay, you don't have time to be experimenting and going from one social media platform to another. Like, if you know that that Instagram works for you or Facebook, like, stick with it. I'm more of an Instagram person. Like, that's where I have like the majority of like my team. I've gotten through Instagram or YouTube. I don't know why, but YouTube is actually really good. And but for example, like when I'm getting my kids in the shower, like I'll be, you know, following up with messages, or I'll be posting or doing something. Like, it's just a matter of just, I don't know, like just what everybody's pretty much doing, like, but pretty much posting on the time I can. Like during the day, it's really hard for me to do a lot on my phone. I downloaded that app that I shared with you guys. It's called Prime for Instagram, and it tells you what are the best times to post based on the people that follow you. And like in the mornings, I probably had like 2 that were okay. Everything else was in the afternoon, which is perfect because that's like when I can actually look at my phone, answer messages, etc. Like I'll be in bed and it'll be 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm looking at my direct messages and I'm answering people's messages at that time. Like my husband has to tell me like to shut off the phone because that's the time like everybody's trying to get to bed and, you know, wake up early in the next day. But it's just a matter of whatever works for you. Like I mean, what works for me is probably not gonna, like, doesn't work for somebody else. But just, I guess the best tip that I can give is, I mean, analyze your time, manage it correctly, and stick with it. Stick with it. We have plenty of scripts that you guys can use. We have pictures. Like, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. It's not good to just copy and paste, but you have the base. You know what I mean? Like, just change a little bit, like something from that post and use it. You know, make it your own. But you guys don't have to reinvent the wheel. Like, you have everything. You have all the tools. You have, you know, many ways that you can run the business. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just like rambling right now.
I think we're all having a good rambling evening. No, that's good. That's good. All right. So does anyone have any questions? If you do, let's post them in our little chats that we're in. And just know that you guys can use those chats all day long. That's what they're there for, to ask questions, celebrate your successes with us, share with us. Let's keep them lively and talk to each other, communicate. And I know we went a little bit over tonight, but we will be doing another Zoom again to cover the other topics that we did not get to yet. There's always so much to talk about. Other than that, are we good to go? Ending for the evening?
I just wanted to say that I love that. Don't reinvent the wheel.
Yeah. It's true.
Just do it.
And there's another one. Just do it.
Just do it. Don't reinvent the wheel. I love that.
Our mottos for the evening. All right, you guys, love you all. Have a good night, and we're here for you. All right, goodbye.
Bye.
Good night.
Peace out. Peace out. Peace out. Who's gonna stay? Who's gonna stay? Oh, they're staying. I talked too soon.
You sure did.
Hello.
Amber's probably gonna be staying because she done went to take care of the baby.
Where is she? She went home. I have to eat something. I feel like I'm about to, like, my head. I have a headache. I have a freaking pinched nerve thing in my back that is killing me. I can't sleep. I'm about to go get this bag of vegetables and tape it to my back. I'm just
okay.
kidding.
I got 4 bags of frozen peas in my freezer. Johnny's getting his vasectomy tomorrow.
I need some peas, dude. Give me some peas.